Hello folks and welcome to Erannorth Chronicles. Today we will be starting a new adventure in the Pariah mode, and the notable rules about Pariah to keep in mind are that towns are locked regardless of your origin. They sell expertise 5 or lower cards, and there is a discard phase where you keep only your 3 first cards. Debuffs like Bleed Venom persist until the expirator are cured. Deployed allies have an upkeep cost of 1 concentration per turn, and we don't get much when we are leveling up. And that will be counteracting by our progression rewards, because I'm planning on having plenty of skills for this character. So we're playing with a Vortex character. We will be joining the House of Jethal, which will give us telepathy and improve our control and overall control effect efficiency. It will allow us to affect enemies higher levels than other characters can. And control and befriend will be very powerful tools in our disposal. We will be playing with Vrysgga elf. We are getting some decreased AP cost on our witchcraft actions. We also get some initial befriend boost, as well as these cards right here. And we are playing with a witch Dreamshaper. Now the thing to know about the Dreamshaper is that you learn the Dreamshaper skill once you bring your soulmate in play, and you do that with this soulmate card. Lets you hoard some untapped potentials and also play one out of these randomly chosen soulmates. So you will get to pick 4 out of these 6 possible soulmates you can have. Okay, so yes, we get a random choice of 4 out of the 6. After your soulmate comes into play, if she leaves play for any reason, you lose the game. So if a single combat kills her, you die. On the bright side, nothing can unsummon her, but if something tries to unsummon her, there will be some hit point loss occur instead. Anyway, we will be facing all these problems as we play, because it's not just our life now, it's also that of our soulmate. So I will be picking the socialite background, which explains our backstory. We are come from a fallen noble house. We don't have land, titles or fortune, but no one has to know it. I have forsaken hunting, stealth, esotericism, herbalism and subterfuge, and have put a point in witchcraft, nobility, perform and seduction. Now I can do that because I have 2 bonus level up points. If you don't have them, you can just not put points in nobility and don't put point in perform. 1 rank for start, that is. And finally we have our gear, the Dreams Diary, which gives us access to some Dreamshaper cards and also increases our minimum deck. These are the cards that we'll be accessing, and these 2 cards here we won't be able to use because we won't be able to have Dreamshape at rank 2 in the first level. So that's also something to consider. And let's name here Daniela, sounds good, and play. So we are in Zan. We don't have perk points to get any perks. Let's go first to our deck builder. Click on our soulmate card and summon our soulmates. So we can either pick Adeline, Abigail, Topaz or Willow. And I will be picking Topaz, which gives us seduction actions which we already have, and our first rank in the Dreamshaper skill, an extra level up point. She's immune to the unsummon effect, but will lose 10 hit points if targeted by such a card, so she can still die if she's low on hit points. And each time this ally activates, we pay 2 concentration because she's a unique, and the mode already has 1 concentration upkeep for everyone. Finally, when she becomes alerted, she spreads Weaken, which will work great with our deck, as well as her Dream, which deals Pride, Lust and Burn. Okay, so choose and play. And now that she's in play, we have Dreamshaper 1, meaning we can use cards that are requiring 1 Dreamshaper. Okay, we got such cards from our Dreams Diary starting kit. So let's see them. We have 2 that we can't use yet. We'll be able to use them in the next level. They are pretty powerful cards, but let's add the rest into our deck. Sorry, I want to empty it first. And now go and add these cards. We won't be using these yet. We can fetch this from our backpack and use it from there. Our witchcraft cards. I won't be using my familiar because the concentration cost for 2 uniques would be pretty harsh at this point of our character's life, so we will avoid it. Of course, our Seduce card and Dancing Flames, absolutely. We need 32 cards in our deck, so let's also add Milena. And this is how our starting deck looks like. We'll see how it works as we play. Let's go and give Zan an exploration. So to pass Dream, I added a copy in my hand. I can have 3 cards in my hand in Pariah mode. Let's use it. It will deal 15, 12 and 14 intense damage to all of these guys, and the first one can also get burn if they can't resist it. And now we discard it to recharge it once more. Okay, so we can remove an enemy with power less than 20 from the game with the befriend effect. Let's do that on this guy. I'll try to kill this one and we'll weaken, or try to weaken this one. Single combat, it's very bad because it will go on Topaz, and if she dies, so do we. Let's control him. And Sorcel, I will add it to my deck. disable these guys. They get weakened because of her alert ability, which is played whenever she leaves exhaustion. Bleed will die from the negative status. We heal and our soulmate heals as well. Draw our card, play... no, I will play Milena.
Time for some real fun.
That's not ideal. That's not ideal, but I now want to play this to infuse my dream.
Oh no!
Took us too long, some reinforcements arrived, but that's not a problem. Let's infuse our dream. They will both get concealment. Heal myself, heal my ally, infuse the dream. Add some more bleed. I can attack with Topaz as well, now that he won't deal much damage to her. Let's start with our dream. We can attempt to multicast our Bewitch. We bewitch those two. We can then remove from the game the other imp. Bleed Festering. Bleed Festering. Infuse our dream. We get fatigue because dreamless sleep requires you to exhaust an ally. Now this action will also get some extra XP. Let's use it on this card. Regenerate, then attack. No, actually, I will kill him. I don't want to take any damage. And I have Dreamless Sleep. Let's add this to the deck, it will help. And also let's mentor Seduce into topaz. So now she can create 2 cards, either seduce or her dream, and we can choose accordingly which one of the cards she will have. And for you, in order to mentor a card, the card must be able to receive the synergies, so cards that ignore synergies won't work. The synergy will pass through them, and the card must also resolve and target the ally who you want to learn this ability. Also, that ally shouldn't have more than 4 abilities in total. Okay, let's use our dream. We now effectively disabled them all from attacking us. They got some shield, but that's okay. Play the dream once more. Heal myself and my soulmates. So before we heal our soulmates, let's
time for some real fun.
let's use our control effect here. Let's use our healing spell now. He will die from rule of... no, he will first heal, so let's kill him now. Okay. Flirt. Control enemy. Gain type admirer. If all this is successful, we also get strain and draw 1. Otherwise, we can just fetch koi by discarding flirt. So let's get this to my hand right now, and we'll go to see if we will do the first area or there are some interesting things we can get here. I will do the second area in Zan now, and before doing anything else we will be using our second untapped potential on Topaz, and now she can use these 3 cards. And don't worry about teaching her early on early abilities, because
This is terrible.
at some point you will find a card called Tabula Rasa, which can be used to reset these abilities. But keep in mind it will also reset her dream, so that's something to be mindful about. Okay, let's grab this control this guy, continue this guy, let him kill himself. And we got our first level, so we can now take Dreamshaper to 2. This means that we can now also access the other Dreamshaper cards we have in our backpack, and I also will also get the House Jethal perk, which will also unlock telepathy for us, and we don't need telepathy as much as the other perks from the Jethal tree. Okay, so let's continue. Loot is a great card to have, so let's grab it. And this can also be useful in our stash. Let's equip our loot because we know how to use it. Befriend if enemy hit points are less or equal to 18. Let's start with our dream. We can add some damage synergy. And actually I will also do that once more. Bleed and festering. Bewitch. And we effectively negated every little worm here. Let's use Seduce. Concealment protected him. Okay, let's go with synergy damage, synergy multicast on this card right here and kill them both. We keep the first 3 cards, so you may want to save the cards that you are most interested to keep. Requiem. If the enemy dies, gets draw and loyalty. This is effectively giving them this demise ability. And if we discard it, we get retribution. Requiem, it's quite interesting to have. Let's add it to our stash for now. Let's use Seduce. We also can befriend 2 of them. But instead I will attempt to bewitch him and give damage synergy to this card.
They won't get through me.
Concealment. find him. His hit points are less than 18, and we can just kill this guy with our seduce card. And Turmoil requires a deck of 36 cards. We can get there, and we need to discard 2 to give vulnerable and stun, but whenever we apply vulnerable we restore action points. Alternatively, we can get the Song of the Waves to our deck, which is much more efficient in restoring our action points. Let's use this. We'll keep it first so we won't lose it. Okay, let's befriend this one. Let's control this one. Replenish the dream. So Pride is a great way to weaken all the enemy's hit points. You can then follow up with other multicast effects like this one, for example. Whenever we apply bleed, we also apply festering. Let's befriend this guy. As you can see, effectively most of our cards don't deal damage, but we can make them with synergies, we can make them with... I will be getting Ritual right into my deck. It gives synergy damage and also crafts a chant, which is a multicast card, so that's a great addition to have, as well as this. Okay, so now let's go and do something more interesting by checking out our journal, see where we can go. We have in Zan the Road of Silk. Let's order, they are ordered by proximity. We are in Zan. We have Samuk's Claim, needs level 3, the Missing Fisherman level 3, Caravan Route level 2, and the Butcher of Rivermoor. So let's check these areas out. In Zan we have the Road of Silk, where we'll be fighting a fire scorpion. And probably wildlife. You'll also get this nice statuette. Okay, let's try it out. We are level 2, recommended levels are 2 to 4. Enemy levels are 4 to 5. So if you go to your rulebook and search for control, because this is what we've been doing, it says this: if target is of archetype and has power less equal than X, yes, they become an ally. But you can control enemies up to 2 levels higher than you. So if they are level 6, you need to be at least level 4 to control them. Meaning that if we get here level 5 enemies, we won't be able to control them, and that could be something that would kill us, but it's still early on, so let's try it out. I want my dream to be ready. Okay, so the boss, yes, we can't control, but we can bewitch, for example. And these guys we can control. So let's control the hyena. Let's try to bewitch the scorpion, and let's try to do some damage to the little worm. So now the scorpion will be hitting himself. Let's add synergy damage to our rule of 3. That's triple damage. We don't have something to give vulnerable. So that's 30 damage. Let's use some clairvoyance. Pride won't work. He's also resistant to weaken, but we can give him the burn part. We can also attempt to bewitch him instead, and that's also going to work. Okay, there is a linen pouch. Stashed and stashed. Unfortunately locked. Okay, so we have the straw puppet. Requires a deck of 48 cards and also gives fracture and bewitch. One or the other. I will add it to my deck, but I can't use it. I will add it to my stars, and I will also get this adventure card to my stars as well. So let's play this adventure that we drew. I will open my deck builder and use it. And we're getting this destroyed village. We can now access by going here, finding the card destroyed village and using it. So let's go. Some orcs. Let's take down
Level up.
the tougher of them. We can also control this guy. Some weaken would be nice at this point, because our astral cards are not that effective. Weekend, now we can control him. And he will shield. More orcs, let's use our dream. Healing, flank, regenerate, defensive stance, single combat. We can befriend this one. We can control this one. We can use a chant on the rest, but unfortunately we don't have, we don't deal much damage here.
Time for some real fun.
Okay, and in the last node we can easily get rid of some enemies with our befriend dancing flames. We can control another dangerous enemy. We can bewitch this guy, kill the rat folk. And finally befriend this guy as well. And that concludes this little adventure, gives us some nice perk points and plenty of tokens and mastery. These little adventures are always worthwhile to have. And we are level 3, so we will be increasing our Dreamshaper and our seduction to 3, and we will be going to the Vortex 3 right here and get Jethal secrets. Now, telepathy actions control enemy +3 we can't use, but control can affect enemies +1 level higher is something that we can use, as is the enemy resistance to bleed is reduced by 25%, plus the Jethal retainers, which needs 3 nobility and 3 telepathy to make a full use of them. We can also get the Vortex Initiate, which will let us control +2 in all our cards, weekend +2 in all our cards, and summon limit +1, which let us control 4 allies. In progression we have 1 LP from completing 1 challenge, and we have player card gains +1 XP because we reached level 3, and this will let us take our nobility to 3 as well, or our telepathy to 2. I think I will go with a 2 on telepathy. We won't be using the Jethal retainers yet, but I want to use them eventually. So I will stop this recording now. I hope you enjoyed this video so far. We'll be continuing with this character in the next episode. See you next time. Bye bye.